When you open your eyes, you see massive limestone cliffs before you, so tall they tower over you, their tops merging with the clouds. You struggle to find the right word for the color of the water. Turquoise? Emerald? Neither, and both at the same time. As the boat approaches the shore, the rocks on the seabed are visible to the naked eye. The water is that clear. No engines, no horns, no exhaust fumes, just salt, wind, and water. As the sun sets, torches are lit on the beach, the shows begin. In southern Thailand, in the middle of the Andaman Sea, this archipelago of 6 islands has been drawing travelers from all over the world for years, and the vast majority of those who come once can't help but extend their stay. This is the story of the Phi Phi Islands. Phi Phi isn't actually a single island. It's an archipelago of 6 islands, but the real story unfolds on just 2 of them. Phi Phi Don is the island where restaurants, hotels, markets, and nightlife thrive, the place where people truly live. Phi Phi Leh, on the other hand, lies directly across from it. The other half, accessible only via day trips, with even motorboat permits strictly limited, and featuring dramatic lagoons and sheer limestone cliffs that look almost otherworldly. The 2 are complementary. One accommodates you, the other enchants you. To understand Phi Phi Don's character, you need to know one thing. There isn't a single motorized vehicle on this island. No cars, no motorcycles, no shuttle buses. Transportation is entirely on foot. The first sound you hear when you wake up isn't an engine, it's the sound of the waves. If you're used to Phuket's noise, your first morning on Phi Phi will surprise you. Getting to Phi Phi is much easier than you might think. The standard ferry departing from Rasada Pier costs $30 round trip and takes about an hour and a half. The 8:30 a.m. departure is the most reliable option. Those looking to save time can take the speedboat, which gets you there in 45 minutes, but the price jumps to $20.25 one way. Booking in advance is a must during peak season. There's one more thing that will surprise you when you set foot on the island. By morning, the sea has receded noticeably. The sandbanks have expanded, the rocky outcrops are exposed, and the beach is deserted and vast. Around 10:11 a.m., the sea returns, and the scenery changes completely. The same beach, a completely different face, all within the same morning. This tidal difference is a detail many visitors to Phi Phi never expect, but can't get out of their minds once they see it. All you need to do to catch it is wake up early. When it comes to the island, the first thing that comes to mind is the beach, but Phi Phi's cuisine is a story of its own. If you walk a few minutes inland from Tansai Pier, you'll come across Fada Plaza. Unlike the crowded coastal restaurants packed with tourists, this is a spot preferred by locals, long-term travelers, and those who truly know the island. When you look at the prices, you'll immediately understand why. Pad Thai here costs about $2. This iconic dish found throughout Thailand features thin rice noodles, fresh shrimp, peanuts, lime, and a touch of fish sauce. The aroma of a well-made Pad Thai hits your nose before the plate even arrives. A blend of toasted peanuts, citrus, and the sizzling wok. A plate of fresh seafood costs between $3 and $5, approximately 120–180 THB. Sticky rice with mango costs $1 to $1.5 at street stalls, and a banana crepe costs less than $1. A full breakfast, including toast, eggs, fruit, and a cup of Thai coffee, costs less than $5. Look around while you eat. A European couple next to you, an Australian group across from you, and local workers from all over Thailand to your right. The island is so small, yet such a diverse place. The moment the steam from the fresh seafood set before you hits your face, the laughter from the table next to you, and the sound of waves in the distance. That's what a dinner in Phi Phi is like. It's not just about filling your stomach, it's about feeling the island's rhythm. Thai iced tea. Thailand's most refreshing street drink, made with strongly brewed tea, condensed milk, and ice, costs about $1. From the first sip, you'll understand why everyone on the island has a cup in hand. You've had your fill, and you've gotten a feel for the island's vibe. Now let's move on to the sights. And planning a tour route in Phi Phi is actually very easy because the island guides you. Each step flows naturally into the next. The first thing you should do after getting off the ferry is drop off your luggage and head up to the Viewpoint. About 40 meters from Tan Sai Pier, you pay a 55-cent or 20 THB private land access fee and start the climb. When you reach the summit, the entire silhouette of Phi Phi unfolds at your feet. Tan Sai Bay to the right, Loh Dalum Bay to the left, and in the center, the island's narrow waist, that slender strip sandwiched between the two seas, surrounded on both sides. Looking out from here, you instantly understand why the island is so special. At sunset, the whole island walks here, people of every nationality, all falling into the same silence before the same view. You lock eyes with the stranger next to you, and neither of you has a word left to say. After descending from the Viewpoint, head to Loh Dalum Bay. If you go early in the morning, the beach is almost entirely yours. The tide has gone out by then. The sand is wide and glistening wet, and the limestone cliffs glow orange in the first light of morning. By 10 or 11 a.m., when the tide comes back in, you'll see the same beach transformed into a completely different scene. The water is green and vibrant, the cove is teeming with life, and the day has truly begun. Getting up early to witness these two scenes in the same morning is definitely worth it. You can't plan for this any other way. You're either there or you miss it. But Phi Phi's true magic begins out at sea. The island-hopping tours offered on daily excursions are the heart of this experience. The most budget-friendly option is speedboat tours ranging from $19 to $48, a 6 to 8 hour itinerary covering Maya Bay, Pileh Lagoon, Viking Cave, and Monkey Beach. Standard full-day tours cost $48–65. They include lunch, have a more relaxed pace, and cover a wider range of sites. It's hard to describe in advance what you'll feel when you enter Maya Bay. A narrow bay with a single entrance, surrounded on three sides by massive limestone cliffs and filled with turquoise water. As the boat enters, the cliffs absorb most of the sound. It feels as though you're being cut off from the rest of the world, entering a self-contained area. The water's color becomes even more intense in this enclosed space, almost appearing artificial. If you go before noon, you'll experience this scene with far fewer people. Maya Bay is one of those places best visited on a morning tour. Those who've seen how crowded it gets later know this well. If you want to completely escape the crowds, you should consider the Bamboo Island add-on tours. They range from $65 to $85 and last about 10 hours. It's a less well-known, less visited area that's far richer in coral reefs. While snorkeling at Bamboo Island, you can count the fish swimming beneath you one by one. The water is so clear that sunlight reaches the very depths. The fish's colors don't look real. They look like they've been painted. If planned right, Phi Phi is one of Southeast Asia's best value vacations. Here's what an average day looks like. $10–15 for food, $15–25 for budget accommodation, and on days without tours, you'll comfortably spend $35–45 total. On tour days, you'll approach $70–100, but that money is absolutely worth it for that day. Let me clearly point out two expenses that most guides and tour sites don't mention. When you set foot on the island, you'll pay approximately $11 as a national park entrance fee. On top of that, there's an additional 55 cents for the Tan Sai Pier maintenance fee. These two expenses aren't included in most tour packages. Don't forget to ask, is the park fee included when making a reservation? The good news is, the national park ticket is valid for 3 days from the date of purchase, so you don't have to pay again each time you enter. Second important warning, Tours priced at $10–15 may seem appealing, but they don't include the park fee, and lunch is usually added as a last-minute extra. When you calculate the actual cost, they aren't much cheaper than a standard tour, and you'll also compromise on the experience. When choosing a tour, the question "what's included" is far more important than how much does it cost. After checking major booking platforms for hotels like Phi Phi Princess, check the hotel's own website or contact them directly via email. Platform commissions can result in a significant price difference. Early booking, 6 to 10 months in advance, is essential for both price and room availability. If you want to stay on the island, you have a wide range of options, but if you're looking for the best location and value, it's hard to beat Phi Phi Princess Resort. It's right on the shore of Loh Dalum Bay, just a few steps from the sand. It's only 300 meters from Tunsai Pier. 2 outdoor swimming pools, 4 restaurants, a poolside bar and beach bars, sea view balconies, and 67 air-conditioned rooms. Rates start at $97, but this figure changes significantly with direct bookings. During the low season, specifically September and October, rates drop even further. If you have the flexibility, take advantage of this window. If you want to stick to a tighter budget, there are hostels and small boutique hotels on the island ranging from $15 to $25. The Tunsai area is particularly rich in options. It's easy to find clean and functional accommodations within walking distance of the beachfront restaurants and pier. There's another advantage to these places, especially for solo travelers. You'll be sharing the same hallway with people from dozens of different countries, making it much easier to form groups for tours and plan activities. For those who prefer to stay overnight in Phuket and take day trips around the island, I recommend the Safari Bee Hotel in the Patong area, a reliable option that stands out for its balance of location, price, and cleanliness without any unnecessary frills. Every evening after the sun sets, the same thing begins on all of Phi Phi's beaches. Torches are lit along the shore. Then the music swells and a show unfolds. Spinning hoops, rope acrobatics, floating balloons, all bathed in light and movement. No tickets, no reservations, just the sand, the lights, and people from all over the world. You step in front of someone's photo, and a conversation begins. This is the miracle Phi Phi gives you every night, free of charge. The island is also known for its pearl products, necklaces, bracelets, earrings. Prices are much lower than in big cities. But before you buy, take a step back. Ask the vendor to prove the pearl is real. A real pearl won't be damaged by brief contact with a flame. Its surface remains intact. Fakes give themselves away within a few seconds. This simple test protects you from both counterfeit goods and unnecessary spending, and surprisingly few tourists know this. The last thing I've saved for the end is this. Phi Phi is one of the easiest islands for solo travel. Everyone arrives here alone in some way, but no one stays alone. This island works like an invisible web connecting people. You just show up, and the island takes care of the rest. But to be honest, not everything is so rosy. During peak season, especially between December and February, popular spots get seriously crowded. The scene you see at Maya Bay in the afternoon isn't the same as what you'd see in the morning. Hotel prices skyrocket during this period. There's usually no room left for last-minute bookers. Also, there's bar noise around Phi Phi Princess until late at night. I wanted to remind light sleepers to choose their rooms carefully, and the last ferry to the island departs at 3:30 p.m. If you don't plan accordingly, you might find yourself stranded in the evening. But when you go knowing all this, Phi Phi delivers exactly what it promises. Who would have thought an island without the sound of engines could be so vibrant? The only answer to that question is Phi Phi. Phi Phi isn't just a vacation island. It's a world of its own, with its own rhythm, its own color, and its own secrets. Turquoise waters, nighttime shows, quiet mornings, and the Viewpoint where the whole island gathers at sunset. You can experience all of this on a budget, far more affordable than you'd imagine. Now, I want to ask you this. If you went to Phi Phi, would you head straight to the viewpoint first thing in the morning, or would you dive right into the sea the moment you drop off your luggage? Tell us in the comments. I'm reading the responses. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit like. We'll be waiting for you on a completely different island in the next video. See you there.